everyone, welcome back to Steins. In the last episode, we learned about Sidon and what it is doing, and we asked Daru to hack into it. We also received a lot of annoying mails from Shiny Finger Moika. So we're gonna check that first before anything else, because goddamn, I hate unread. Oh, it's Mayuri and Firis. Mayushi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in too sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. Oh, she's angry. Kyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, nya. Don't want them to notice you. Remember the summoning that takes 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although, I suppose that might make things interesting. Nya haha. Akiba, part of the mundane world. Nonsense! This town has belonged to chaos for centuries. Whatever. Discreet. Are you suggesting that I, the great Hoyin Kyoma, run and hide? You risk my ear, cat girl. Is church still devoted to that fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their messiah, humanity's faith is less than 17% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't need to be... No, fucking... What are you scheming? I'm gonna go with this one. This town has belonged to chaos for centuries, as it shall forevermore. Yes! Yay! I feel like we really need to say something to Mayuri. She's sad. Those were butts. Alright. I wake up to the twilight sun streaming in through the window. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in the exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room and I can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I throw myself back down into the sofa and start browsing the @ channel on my phone. And what perfect timing! Teeter is currently posting in the thread. Hold on. This is going to require some water. The Everett Wheeler model is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're all still clinging to the preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, then the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That is why there are so few people who can observe changes in the divergence. Divergence being the world's line perceived different... Divergence being the world's line percent different from standards. Die troll. You claim to be a time traveler without any proof. Stock trends, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. If you can't observe change and divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know. Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. LOLOLOL. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details, blocks. Oh no, humanity is doomed. What has science done? .jpg. LOL noobs responding seriously to troll threads. This Teeter guy is a shitty troll. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Teeter's points have merit. By the way, Teeter, I'd like to know more about Cernan. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I bet my entire life savings. Everett Wheeler? Model, many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? This Hoin Kyoma is more annoying than Teeter. You call yourself John Teeter, but you're fluent in Japanese? Writing in English would make it seem more realistic. You can't do English, can you? Can I ask you a favor, Teeter-san? My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then can I undo her death? Please lend me your time machine. If you're going to believe this time traveler, LOL, without proof, you are an idiot. No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a single direction. The proof that your misconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as truth. I'm starting to understand why Saren was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event causes a divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes this world line to diverge into a new world line. Call it World Line B. In World Line B, I'm afraid to say @channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all of your memories of reading and posting on the @channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about Saren yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They've already succeeded in creating micro black holes. I desire to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you closed-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I've heard what Teeter has to say. Until then, I will make contact with Teeter and acquire his time machine for myself. I, the great mad scientist Hoin Kyoma, will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags. Tell me the stock prices or fucking die. I won't believe you until you tell me. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of this have to do with many worlds interpretation? Do some research. Micro black holes? LOLOLOL. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I'll be a road warrior and ride mod buggy, right? I'm gonna get me a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy spiked shoulder pads? I checked Saren's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell's gonna happen? Does Teeter have a mohawk? God, that's fucking moe. Are you implying our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're branches or something? That's some Ava level bullshit right there. Go back to 2036. Is this how you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Wait, who the hell is 314? Ah. Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timelines and alteration of people's memory. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. They are reconstructed along with everything else when the divergence changes. What's a road warrior? Anyone home? I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I recognize her. The girl I met yesterday at the Brahm Tube Workshop. Hello, I'm from the Brahm Tube Workshop. When our eyes meet, she smiles. The TV you sent for in repairs has been fixed. Mind picking it up? Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. Why do we have to be so sneaky? What was this girl's name again? I think it was something to do like Aruma, Amore. Alright. Amane Suzuha. Currently, my genius partner in crime is executing an important mission and I don't want to bother him. What exactly do you guys do? I told you before that learning our secrets could put you and everyone you know in grave danger. You're called the Future Gadgetory Laboratory, right? How did you know that? I've never told you. Wait, are you an organization spy? I raise my guard and spring into a praying mantis stance. But Suzuha just stares blankly. That's what it says on your mailbox. Oh. I lower my guard. Why didn't you just say so? Now that you know, it's not like you can unknow. I'll give you a short explanation, but you must not tell a soul. Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me, or are her eyes gleaming? We are the Future Gadget Laboratory, dedicated to defeating the evil organization that rules the world from the shadows. Wow. Is the evil organization Serin? Eh? Yeah, but... Oh, so I was right. Those guys really are contemptible, aren't they? She nods to herself for some reason. And contemptible? I thought I was the only one who used words like that in a normal conversation. How did you know we were hacking into Serin? What? You're hacking them? Right now? Me and my big mouth. Just answer my question. How did you know about our business with Serin? Oh, well... Actually, I overheard you this afternoon. If you stand here, you can hear stuff from the window. The window? Come to think of it, it was open and Dado and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? I look up to the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Dado's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Brahm Tube Shop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame's all sparkly, its tires mostly clean and probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it? I've only been working here for a day, but Suzuha opens the Brahm Tube workshop doors with a weary smile. I've got a lot more free time than I expected. I've gone out 4 or 5 times today, figured I'd... I don't know what that word is. Reconnoitered the front of the store. See if I couldn't spot any customers. I'll look that up real quick. Hold on. Reconnoiter? Okay. Figured I'd reconnoiter the front of the store, see if I could spot any customers. Reconnoiter? Now there's a word you don't hear in casual conversation. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, to scout an area and gather intelligence. Is she some kind of secret agent? I follow Suzuha into the store. So that's when I heard you guys talking from the second floor. I got interesting and looked up online. Now I know all the rumors about Serin. Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. Damn if I do, damned if I don't. Anyways, you must not tell anyone else. Oops. Or else the men in black will raid us. Ah, yeah, I understand. I'm actually tight-lipped, so don't worry. Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Brahm Tube workshop. The gigantic television isn't on. Mr. Brahm's not here either. Where's the manager? He left right after he finished repairing your TV. He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something about I'm picking up my beloved daughter from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much and probably just annoys her. Anyways, just how irresponsible can you neglect your work to see your daughter? He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left, but now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone. So, here's the fixed TV. Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter. He said to charge you $10. 1,000 yen. Damn manager. I bet he gave it to us just so he could charge for repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out. Thanks for your patronage. Well, just take it away. By myself? Are you joking? Huh? Didn't you bring it here by yourself? Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman. I guess I can help, but... Oh, I see. We're already in the age where women can do physical labor. She mutters, her tone pensive. Tisk, how sarcastic of her. I don't remember anyone asking for your help. Honestly, getting help from a girl like you would just hurt my pride. Wow. Applause. That was so manly. I might be falling for you. You think you can trick me like that? You're lying, aren't you? Eh? What makes you think that? It's one of my powers. Coloring gentleman. This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die. You have powers? Suzuha's pop. Suzuha's eyes pop, and then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise. Are you some kind of esper? When I nod, she whispers into my ear. Are there a lot of espers like you? Of course not. I'm special. I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty. Oh, you had me scared for a second. But still, it's amazing that people like you exist. Maybe CERN is the reason there aren't more where I come from. After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding. By the way, does the ability to see through lies have any combat application at all? If it were me, I'd want perfect accuracy within 1,000 meters, or ultra-fast reflexes that let me tear my enemies' limbs off before they can react. What the hell is she talking about? Is she in a survival game otaku? Well, I want to check my mail. Yeah, mail. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I bake some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidare. Whenever you have time. Please, I managed 10 practice swings today. Can we reply? Oh, I'm gonna ship them. Ship them hard. What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? No, wait, don't tell me. You're an organization assassin, aren't you? You must be the one they call Miss Golgo. Who hired you? Nobody hired me. What's a Golgo? She's trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me. I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday. Anyways, do you have any other powers? Even if I did, there's no way I would tell a hitman hired to kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. Revealing my powers would be suicide. They are the most effective with the element of surprise. In other words, they're for me to know and you to find out. Meanie. Say what you like. Burning tensions run between us. Our eyes meet, invisible sparks scatter. More mail. Whoops. Okabe-kun, I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me the Sugar Haka's address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBM 5100 first. Okay. And then the emails arrive and break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. The ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from that male demon Shining Finger. I can tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities. Maybe split personalities? I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. Looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how could she be this lazy on her second day? I love CRT's lie too, wasn't it? Why the frown? Did you get a death notice? A what? Just kidding. Just wondering. She was just wondering if I got a death notice? How could she say that with a straight face? And what the hell's a death notice anyways? Do those even exist? What I mean to ask was if you got some unpleasant news. You could say that. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. There's this woman who's obsessed with finding an IBM 5100. Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak. An IBM 5100? You know about them? Yeah. I see. So the IBM 5100 legend is famous, huh? Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otakus than I thought. Yeah, that's it. I heard the urban legend from someone. How much do you know about it? Actually, I tried looking for an IBM 5100, but in the end, I came to the conclusion there isn't one in Akiba. I see. Well, that's true. You sound like you know something. Eh? Well, I do, and I don't, I guess. I don't know about it personally, but I happen to hear about it from a knowledgeable acquaintance of mine, or something like that. Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face. Who are you? Heh. Suzuha falls back onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position. I was thinking of giving you a bunch of interesting information on the IBM 5100, but when you look at me like that, I don't feel like it anymore. I'm not even interested in the IBM 5100. I'm more concerned with Soden right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime after all. You don't have a shred of credibility. I have no way of knowing if that interesting information of yours is true or not. Wow, that's harsh. Well, I admit I'm acting kinda suspicious. I won't tell you, but I'll give you a hint. And then you'll writhe in agony when you can't figure it out. Truth is, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. A hidden function? That reminds me, I'm pretty sure that John Teeter from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories. If I remember correctly, the IBM 5100 can do something or other with proprietary programming language. No way! How did you know? Tell me! Tell me! I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin. It's another one of my powers. Leading question. Leading question. I can read your heart of hearts. What? No fair. For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. I see everything. Amane, Suzuha. Resistance is futile. Kuh. Anyway, the IBM 5100 has a hidden function. It can decipher IBM's proprietary programming language, which was written before APL and BASIC became widespread. Isn't that surprising? Now I remember John Teeter said the same thing in 2000, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to the function's existence. Now it's a dead programming language that can only be deciphered with an IBM 5100. The reason Teeter traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moeka wants to use it too, or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who knows about that sort of function. That's why IBM 5100s are so rare. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I'm guessing that's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare? Maybe if I get one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a very good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with Seren. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, but, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by Seren and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war? How is that possible? How did Seren resolve the situation of the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like Seren's doing humanity a favor. This Teeter guy stole the time machine from Seren, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by Seren. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put... America would never do that. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves how that is possible. How did a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against Seren. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there is no denying that our actions are kind of terrorism. Anyways, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036? How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I really should kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, lol. Seren probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? That would make you no better than Teeter. If you are willing to face consequences, then go right ahead. Teeter, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find IBM 5100? Is John Teeter plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Teeter was crazy, but this Hone guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. World War III. Is there even supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? I've already explained. My goal in this time is to change the future. I am posing here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless. But even if one person pays attention, that is enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? I'd like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have time. Of course, anyone else is free to email. If anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I have been getting is hate mail. Here's my email address once more. Oh. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Nights give way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Daru while browsing the @ channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-tat-tat-tat of his keyboard. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off his computer. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says don't talk to me. I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussion with John Teeter just aren't making sense. Not even Teeter himself seems to know how the Teeter from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on the @channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decide to email Teeter directly just as he told me to. He audaciously exposes his own address on the @channel. I guess that's his way of saying bring it on. In my email, I question the difference between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Teeter hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. Teeter travels from 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. The IBM 51 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. IBM 5100 has a hidden function, ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, and it does not appear in the manual. In '98, Teeter meets with a younger self and his parents in America. Teeter was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. Teeter is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Teeter correctly predicted the outcome of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Although he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, the Civil War in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Sorry for the sudden mail. Let's see. Also, most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future, then why didn't your predictions come true? Depreciate satisfactory. Alright, let's send it now. If you can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Teeter is an imposter. This is your litmus test, John Teeter. Hehehe. So what are your true colors? Good morning, Mayuri. However, we are going to leave this episode here. If you are enjoying Steins Gate and you want to see more of it or more from me, then please subscribe and do all that YouTube stuff. And in the next episode, we're going to see what Mayuri wants. And maybe John Teeter will reply to our email instead of the Shining Finger Moeka, because her emails are getting really fucking annoying. But anyways, I will see you next time.